Hey, geometry students. Just thought I would start our online learning with a video introduction of kind of what things are going to be like, what your day-to-day looks like, and answer kind of these big three questions for you. What does it look like? What is expected of you as an online learning student? And how can you be successful in this online learning environment? It's not ideal. Obviously, things in the world right now are very different. And we're kind of making the best out of what we have. And I think we're going to be able to be successful if we all kind of chip in here, do our jobs, take care of our business. I think we're going to be able to be successful. The biggest thing for you to understand is school is continuing on. Starting today, March 30th, you will have an assignment every other day. We're going to do alternating day school. You will meet this week on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, next week on Tuesday, Thursday, and it will be every other day we will be having math class. And so here's going to be the expectations of you as a geometry student at Chatfield High School. All right, so every day that we have class, you are expected to log into Schoology for the purposes especially of attendance is going to be something we are required to do. So you will need to log into Schoology every single day. And every day, I'm sorry, I should say that correctly. Every day the class meets on the everyday other day schedule. And you're going to have an attendance requirement. So let's talk about what that looks like here on Schoology. So if I flip over to my Schoology screen, you'll see on your Schoology screen, when you log into geometry, you're not going to see these first 5 units. I've hidden those. You're just going to see Unit 9 that we're currently looking on, and then this folder called Online Daily Stuff. In there is where you're going to find your attendance task for the day. You'll also notice on the right side is the calendar. And the calendar for the day will also have your daily attendance question. And you see on Monday, that's the only thing that you're going to be responsible for. Monday is watching this video and doing your daily attendance task. By answering those questions that we're going to put in the daily attendance task, and they're going to be questions not about math, but just general questions, you will have met the attendance requirement for the day. And then we'll go ahead and enter those online for attendance. Sorry about the interruption. Eppin tried to call me in the middle of this video, but that should be kind of like a normal visit from Eppin during our geometry class. So, therefore, we're not going to start the video over. I'm just going to keep on rolling. So, we said you're going to have to do a daily attendance task every day. Answer a quick question, and go ahead and you'll be accounted then for attendance. All right, the calendar will tell you what is to be done each day. I showed you that on Schoology already. If a lesson is being taught that day, you'll watch the instructional video lesson just like you would listen in class. So there'll be a video presentation of the content for the day, just like we do every day in math class. Then there'll be a worksheet linked to it. And I'll show you all this on Schoology in a moment. And you need to then complete the assigned work for the day. And finally, the dates on the calendar, you'll see a quiz and a test coming up. And you need to make sure you're prepared by those times. We're not going to have daily meetings for this class. You're going to have to do daily attendance and daily work, but we're not going to have a daily interaction. All right? So, let's go ahead and look at what that's going to look like for you day to day. On Schoology, if you click on here, surface area of pyramids and cylinders, that's what we're going to do next Wednesday. If you click on that, you'll see a link to a YouTube video that you can watch for the lesson on how to do that. And then you see a worksheet here that if you click on the worksheet, you can go ahead and complete that. Now, the worksheet homework priority is changing with this homeschooling online learning setting. We're not going to be turning in homework daily. Your job is to make sure you can complete the homework well enough to be able to perform on quizzes and tests. From this point forward, our only grades will be on quizzes and tests. So if we go back out here to the calendar, You'll also see your first quiz is going to occur on Tuesday, April 7th. So we did 9.1 and 9.2 last week before the school closure, and we're going to complete 9.3 and 9.4 over the next week. Then on Tuesday of the following week, April 7th, we're going to take our first online quiz. On the quiz day, we are going to have a Zoom meeting. By that point, I'm guessing you'll have had a Zoom meeting with another class. We're going to have a Zoom meeting before the quiz, and you're going to keep your Zoom open during the quiz. And we'll talk more about that when we get there. But that'll be the first day. Tuesday, April 7th is when you'll be required to be logged on during class time. Otherwise, you're going to be able to finish your homework at any point throughout that day. You need to complete the attendance task before 3 o'clock on each day the class meets. All right, so those are your requirements as a student. Now let's talk about keys to being successful. Video learning is different from in-class learning. It is a bit more challenging for some of you, but it's also going to be a large advantage in other ways. So what you'll need to do to be successful. Number one, similar to in-class learning, you'll want to take down notes from the video just like you would in class. But the video is going to move more quickly. During class, I often pause, I give you time to copy things down. I will not be doing that on the video lessons. The videos are going to move pretty quickly. So if you need to write something down, or a lot of people will want to listen first so they can kind of hear what's going on, then write things down. If that's the case, you have the pause button. You've never been able to use that in class before. When you want me to stop talking, you can pause me. And that way, you can go ahead and write down whatever you need from that screen, then push play again. It's a YouTube video. I'm not going to question, you've all seen a YouTube video before. You should be very familiar with how to utilize that. All right, if you feel like you're lost or confused, or you spaced off during an explanation, we all do it. I certainly do myself. You can always use the rewind button as well. You can go back and rewatch any part of the video at any point. That's a big advantage for you. You've never been able to go back and say, hey, I missed that. Please repeat everything. You can do that with a video lesson. So please take advantage of that. Finally, when you start your homework, I would leave the video open as a tab. So if you get to a problem and you're like, I don't remember how to do this, you can go back and watch that portion of the video again and be walked through while you're engaged in your homework problem. Finally, just like we talk about in class, if you feel like you're struggling, you need to ask questions. And if you need extra assistance, you need to contact me, or if you feel more comfortable with Miss Virgin, like we've always talked about, you can contact her through either email or Zoom, and I'm going to give you those contact information pieces shortly. I will also be having office hours for times for you to ask questions if you want to come in on Zoom, and I can draw some stuff up on the whiteboard just like we would in class to help you with problems you're having. And so we'll get to all that in a minute. And then finally, if there's just 1 or 2 questions on the homework, you're like, oh, I understood everything except for number 7. Well, you're going to see a place to post help questions on Schoology. If I go back, you see here on Schoology on Wednesday, April 1st, there's homework questions for April 1st's homework. That's a discussion board. So if you get to the homework and you're like, oh, I knew what I was doing, but I didn't know how to do number 7, all you need to do is go to that discussion board and post, please help with number 7, and then I can make a video or I can type up a response if it's a quick, easy question, and I can respond directly to any issues you're having. So just like in the regular class, asking questions will make you more successful. All right, so in this sanitized world in which we cannot be in the same room, you need to be able to get a hold of me. You can do that through email by emailing me at jdebor@chatfieldschools.com. And you can also contact me through Zoom. And you see my number there on Zoom. It's if you want to contact me and I'm on Zoom, you can type that in to join a meeting. and you can type in my number, and between 10:30 and 11:30, that will contact me in my meeting that I will have open office hours. I'm just going to be sitting in front of the computer during that time. I'm going to have my Zoom open, and it'll give me a little ding saying someone's trying to get a hold of you, and then I'll respond, and I can discuss any issues you have. The advantage of Zoom is I can switch the screen to being a whiteboard, and I can draw things up for you to help you out. So that'll be a chance for you to come in and get help. And my office hours are going to be every day, Monday through Friday, from 10:30 to 11:30. Please feel free to contact me during that time. Same information below for Miss Virgin if you want to contact her with any of your questions. Just please reach out and ask for help. I will also be putting a link to my Zoom. I might make a weekly meeting link and put that on Schoology. There will be a way to access my Zoom through Schoology as well. All right, that's it. I'm kind of missing out on seeing all you guys every day. Hopefully you're finding ways to entertain yourselves, but please keep up with the homework, get your work done, and hopefully we're back here in May. All right, good luck. If you have questions, please email or Zoom me.